Hello, critters. There's my kitty. Hi, kitty. um, this is a new channel I'm starting for things that I find online. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I have enough material for probably a year's worth of videos, but how easy it's gonna be for you to get some of this stuff is gonna depend on tariffs. Anyway, this is about things that I find that I like. So jewelry, fashion, and tech. So after 35 years of being a wuss, I finally got my ears pierced. So you're gonna see a lot of earrings. These are really cute. It's a little rabbit with a carrot. These are nice little enamel studs. But the cool thing is they have these screw-on backs, which are really comfortable, so they don't hurt. I also got this shirt. And I'll be showing more of these later. I have this in a whole bunch of different colors. I got the yellow ducks, green ducks, pink ducks, black ducks, yellow ducks with sunglasses. So I have like all of them. So that's cool. I paid like I think it was $8, $7.86 for a shirt in 9X. Now that's Asian 9X, so it's like a US 4 to 5X. It's like a 4.5X, and that's just about the right size for me. So the fact that I can get so many interesting shirts, now they're all polyester, of course, so make sure you wear antiperspirant, not just deodorant, because polyester does not absorb and then evaporate. So your sweat stays there, so use an antiperspirant. But otherwise, I like the polyester shirts. They feel nice, and they're good quality. They don't stain easy. And of course, they're nice, colorful shirts that fit me. I think I paid $1.89 for the earrings. They're very, very cheap. I'm going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of earrings to show you. But I also got tools. Anyway, jewelry, fashion, tech. I'm going to try to mix up all of that in each episode and go from there. So one of the things I got were these grabbers. These are very, very handy for picking things up. But these are shockingly nice. They're about $6 a piece. I think the best price I've seen is $5.80, or usually about 12 or 13 bucks for a 2-pack. And they have different lengths from this short to longer than this. This is your typical length, and it's all metal except the handle, and the handle is very stout, injection molded plastic. The only thing I would be careful with is pinch. So pinch there, and also pinch here, where it can grab your finger when you try to release it. Otherwise, very, very well made. It's got like the plasti dip kind of stuff. So first of all, it has this shape, which is great for grabbing round objects like that. And then of course you have the paddles on the end, which is great for picking up little things. So very, very nice. I'm really actually genuinely impressed. All metal. I mean, these will last forever. Short of you doing something to break this, you're not going to damage this. I mean, they are very nice. And the short one comes in really handy too. I also got some goodies for my Dewalt tools. So I happen to have a bunch of Dewalt batteries, so I tend to revolve around Dewalt. I mean, I prefer Milwaukee, but Milwaukee's expensive, and I do have their impact gun, the big one, the high output one. My mechanic used it to remove the tire from my school bus when I got a flat tire. I was like, yeah, I want one of those. But the rest of my regular tools are DeWalt. So the first one I paid $17 for this on AliExpress. Now for some reason they're selling for like $35. Still not a bad deal, but a bit more than what I paid for it. It's basically turns your DeWalt battery, and they have this for Milwaukee and Makita as well, into a USB power bank. So you slot this into your battery, and you have a little power button that just basically just turns on the screen. You press that, and it shows you. So you see I'm at 62%. I'm currently drawing 10 volts at 2.8 amps or 30 watts. And I'm using that to actually charge my tablet. My tablet is very finicky about what power supply it'll take, and it's perfectly happy to charge off of this, which is pretty nice. This will actually do bi-directional 100 watt USB-C PD, which is really freaking nice. I mean, that's just Yeah, I want more of that, please. I wish I would have ordered. I only ordered the one. I wish I would have ordered 2 or 3 of them, because this actually charges my Dewalt batteries faster than even my quad bay charger does. Let me show you the other plug. Where's the plug? Are you serious? Here it is. So I have a 65-watt plug sitting on my desk, and you'll see when I plug it in, it very quickly ramps up and starts charging 20 volts, 65 watts. So now we're recharging at 65 watts at 20 volts. So full USB-C PD spec up to 100 watts. The only reason it's not charging at 100 is because this power supply is limited to 65. Otherwise, it could charge up to 100 and output at 100, which is really nice. One thing I don't like is the grid over the fan. That's going to restrict airflow and make it noisy. So I may cut out a bunch of that grid to make it less restrictive. I'm also going to check what kind of fan that is. If it's a ball bearing fan, I'll leave it alone. If it's not a ball bearing fan, it looks like a 30-30-10, and I can get a 30-30-10 replacement fan that's dual ball bearing for like $3. So I'll replace that fan with a ball bearing fan. This way it'll last forever and it'll be quieter. This is worth doing. You have a bi-directional 100 watt USB-C PD port, and you also have a QC 3.1 port. I believe it's 3.1. Could be 3.0, but I'm pretty sure it's 3.1. But anyway, you have a QC spec port that's USB-A and USB-C PD 100 watt bi-directional C port as well. I do wish that it had 2 C ports so that I can charge and use it at the same time, so I can leave it plugged into the charger and then have it output. And this would be great as a little mini UPS. That would be pretty cool. Not a deal breaker, but still, that's pretty darned neat. And with a 100 watt bi-directional output, I'm actually surprised it doesn't have more than 2 ports. But beyond that, very, very cool. I also like the clear top. I also like the fact that, as with most Chinese products, they don't heat seal everything like US manufacturers love doing. You have 4 screws and you can take this apart. So they come out from the other side. So you see right there, you have 4 screws to be able to output that. And we see we'll ramp right back up to 65 watts again. Again, that's the limit of my power supply, not the limit of the device. It'll do 100 watts. If you can manage to grab 1, 2, 3 of these, do it. They're very handy. If you have 100 watt USB-C PD infrastructure like I do, I have like 10 100 watt power supplies because I use them for everything. I really wish I would have bought more of these at the $17 price. If it ever goes down again in price, I'm going to grab some more. Because I have like 12 Dewalt batteries, and this charges it faster than even my quad bay charger does. So I am very, very happy with that. The other thing that I got that was shockingly impressive, again for the Dewalt batteries, a soldering iron. So this is a little soldering iron kit that attaches to Dewalt batteries, turning this into now a soldering iron station with an actually pretty generous, good, thick silicone. You can actually feel this is a good quality silicone wire, and you get about 3 feet? Yeah, about a 1 meter wire, and it's a nice, good fit into the dock. It actually stays put right there, so you have your shield to protect from heat. It'll do 938 degrees, which is what, like 450, 460 Celsius. So I'll turn it on. There we go, 930. Pretty sure it'll go to 930, 932. And you'll see it's going to flash, and then it's going to start ramping up. And it ramps up fast. In less than 60 seconds, it's at operating temperature. You also have a built-in pad here that you can add some water to for doing your soldering work. I'm impressed. It also comes with 5 extra bits, including a cutting, burning, carving bits, some extra different point bits, some spade bits. The only thing I don't like is that how hard would it have been to design this with little sockets on the side here to allow me to attach these bits to the unit, or to store this somehow in the unit. You know, a little pouch to store these in the unit somehow. I'll 3D print something and attach it to the side here. I'll epoxy it there. because there's no screws there, so I can just epoxy a little bit holder there that'll hold these bits, because otherwise you're going to lose these. It's nice that it includes them, but you're going to lose them if you don't have a place to put them. There you go, we're already at 9:32. Now, one thing I do wish it had, you have your up and down, plus and minus, and it lights up to tell you what the temperature is. After 10 minutes, it goes into standby, or 400 degrees. You press and hold to turn it off, and there you go, now it's off and it's cooling down. The only thing I wish it did, I wish it stayed on during the cool down, or at least had some kind of indicator. The easiest thing I think would be to just leave that display on until the temperature gets below 200 Fahrenheit, so that you know when this is cool enough that it's not going to really screw somebody up. But beyond that, I'm really impressed. I have no complaints. It heats up fast. This is going to work great. I mean, as far as the soldering, as long as it holds a reliable temperature, that's all that matters. You can then just use whatever tip you need to do whatever work you need to do. And again, reasonably serviceable. It's got 5 screws holding this together. So you got 4 screws here and 1 screw here. So this is reasonably serviceable. They do have a slightly nicer T12 based unit that has like an OLED screen, and it actually has a detachable cable, but that costs substantially more money. You're talking $60 instead of the $27 that this cost. And I don't know if you can do this. I don't know how to invoke it, but Temu has been presenting me with actually, that's how you pronounce it. Temu has been presenting me with a $20 no minimum spend coupon every day for the last 8 days, and I've used it. I got this for $7. And here it is. It arrived. I ordered this a week ago, and here it is. So the way that coupon works, when it pops up, it says you just have to buy 2 items, free shipping. So I buy 2 pair of earrings, and it costs me $2. I find 2 $1 pair of earrings. I buy them just to get the coupon, and then you get like a $825 coupon pack. Most of it is, $80 off if you spend $300. Now, of course, if you're spending that kind of money, great. Those coupons are wonderful. Most of us aren't spending that kind of money. But the point is, one coupon you do get is that $20 off, and you only have to spend $20.01. So this cost me $27.35. I paid $7.35 shipped. Hello, if you're gonna throw free money at me, I'm gonna use it. And in 49 minutes, if they give me another coupon, I've already got a couple other things lined up. Like I got a little vacuum, I got a blower, I got a AC inverter, I got a Bluetooth speaker, all different things that connect to Dewalt. I've stopped ordering from Temu Direct until I see what happens with the tariffs. So I've been ordering from local warehouse. Like when I ordered the inverter, I think it was $22 or $24. So I added a 2-pack of 2,500 butterfly stickers just to get to $30, so I can get free shipping. I'd rather spend $5 on stickers than $3 on shipping and get nothing. So I added the stickers and I got the free shipping. And so of course it was $31 with tax. I only paid $11 because I got the $20 off coupon. So how do you invoke that? I don't know. It just keeps popping up. There is one you can try. I do not know if this works, but if you know how you can type in codes like Fishland, Farmland, Daily Free to invoke things, keywords in Temu, try the keyword win credit. WINCREDIT. When that popped up for me, it said that as long as you get to $100 in coins, you get $100 cash back by either Temu Credit or PayPal. Wait a minute, you're gonna send me cash back? Yeah, I'll do that. Here's the trick, though. You've got to reach a certain number of coins, so there's a minimum spend. And that minimum, you're always going to get to roughly 90 coins, I think. At least I keep getting roughly to 90. Oh, you've bought this much stuff. This gives you this many coins. You're a valued customer. You get this many coins. And they always get you all the way close to that edge, but then you have to spend money to get the rest, to get the $100 cashback coupon. And it usually ends up being about $10. Now, usually you get 2% cash back. In order to get $10 at 2% cash back, you have to spend $200. Still not a bad deal. You're getting half your money back as cash, not as credit, as cash. And but there's a little trick. So first thing is, I know this varies from person to person. I have no affiliation with Temu, so I don't know exactly how this stuff works. All I know is if they're going to toss around free money, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to argue. I even pushed the line. The one day when they gave me the $20 coupon, I ordered 2 shirts and 1 pair of socks, and the order came to $20.01. I paid a penny. Yeah, if you're going to give me free money, I'm going to take it. So, with the PayPal one, though, mine said that you only had to spend $5 and you got free shipping. The minimum spend was $5. Your minimum spend might be different. So I just picked a couple things that were worth $5. That also counts toward your cash back. So you got 2% cash back on that, and that goes toward getting you to the 100 to get the $100 back. Here's the cool thing, though. After I placed the minimum spend and I got the coupons, it said, okay, for the next 30 minutes, you get 3% cash back. After that, it's 2%. Well, the cool thing is that 3% cash back, on top of the fact that I already spent like $12, that means I only had to spend $142. So I added I think I added $144. I wanted to make sure I was over. I added $144 to my order. I got the 3% cash back because I only need to spend $150 and I'd already spent like $12 because of the 3%. And sure enough, I got it. Now, they don't give you the 100 back immediately for very good reason. Once they send you money by PayPal, they can't take it back. So there'd be nothing to stop you from ordering $200 worth of stuff, getting the $100 from PayPal, then canceling the order. So the one condition they have is that they send you the PayPal when the order ships, because you can't cancel the order once it's shipped. And sure enough, I thought I had to do something, and I saw, the order shipped, and I before I even went back to the win credit keyword, I logged into my PayPal, and there it was, $97.29. Okay, so I lost $3.71 because of the PayPal fees. They're not paying the PayPal fees, but still, I got $97.29 cash back on a $140 order. Yes, please. They've offered me that coupon 3 more times in the last 8 days, but I don't have the money. Trust me, if I had the money, I would have done it. There's so many Dewalt things that I want. Oh, man. Oh, there's so many things I want. So many interesting, neat tools that I want. There's this laser rangefinder I want. There's all kinds of neat things that I want. I just don't have the money, though. Even if you're getting, 2/3 of your money back, you still have to have the money up front to actually do it. And I don't, so I can't take advantage of it. But you can try that and see if it comes up. Just make sure read the rules. It's all very clear. And make sure you actually have that much stuff you want to buy. I would advise ordering from local warehouses to avoid the tariff issue until it's clarified what's going to happen, because right now it's too late for you to order from China and get it in time. It has to be in country before May 2nd. It has to be through customs before May 2nd. It doesn't have to arrive at your door, but it has to be in country through customs before May 2nd. And if you order now, it's not going to happen. So each night when I log in and check for my $20 coupon, I verify and make sure there's something from a local warehouse that I want. Like I believe tonight, if they give me the coupon again. Ooh, what was that? I hate when every time you load the page, it refreshes it, so you have no idea how to get back to whatever was showing up on the screen there. But it was a Dewalt tool that I hadn't seen before. I was like, ooh, what's that? I don't know. It's gone now. So what do we have here? I already got that one, so I don't need that. But here's a couple here. Here's a glue gun. Here's a jigsaw. Here's a chainsaw. I'm not going to get the chainsaw, too expensive. But this here, $22, so I'm only going to pay $2.42. Yes, please. I'll take that. I really want this fan I just don't know if I can afford it. I don't think I have enough money, even at $20. But that's $40 free shipping. And so with the coupon, it'll only be $20. But I want that fan. um, it's just it's kind of ridiculous. I can also use the coupon for this seller here. They have the garden flags that I like getting, and he has many different varieties. So if I order 2 of these 12-piece sets, that gets me above the $30 price for free shipping, and then I get the $20 off. Yes, please. I mean, it's just absolutely astonishing. I also want to get these. I already have a pair of these pruning shears. They're electric. You just give that a double tap, and it goes and cuts through like a 1-inch branch, no problem. I already have one, but what I'll do is I'll sell that on Marketplace and get this one because it runs on Dewalt batteries. So I can use the same batteries for all my different tools. It's very nice being able to have one unified battery system. They also have this nice paint sprayer. It's a brushless paint sprayer that runs on Dewalt batteries, and that's $33.04, above $30, free shipping, $20 off coupon, $13.04 plus tax. Yeah. It's kind of staggering that they're willing to throw around that much money. I mean, I know they have venture capital backing that's supporting them, so they have an angel funder that's helping to support Temu. But hey, if they're going to give away free money, take advantage of it. Just be careful. It's addictive. Don't go crazy. But another thing that I got that was really handy. I got these 2mm drill bits. I use them for drilling out the. I've attuned the settings so I don't have to anymore. But just in case I need to clean them out, these are long enough to go through my hinges on my 3D printed toolbox to make sure they're clean. And the only thing is, I hate having to reattach it to a drill every time. I love using my little Dewalt that has the hex socket. So for like $1.29 each, I got these little adapters that have a chuck on the one end and the hex on the other end. So I just take this and chuck it right into it. I got for what was it, $2.89. I got a set of 5 of these that come with 2mm through 5mm. So one of them comes with 2. And I got like 4 of these. So they're all chucked into these things. So I could just quick swap without having to chuck them. They sometimes get a little off center. So spin it, make sure it's stable, centered, and readjust this until you get it centered, and then crank it tight. And basically, I'm going to leave it there. I'm never going to take it out of this chuck. That is now a permanent part of this drill bit. And since I'm drilling plastic, it's never going to wear out. But very, very nice. Something else that I thought was pretty nice was I got these little light bulbs. This was off AliExpress. They were $2.89 each. USB-C charging, but it's basically, where's the power button? There it is. It's a little light bulb. Comes with 3 different brightnesses. That's it. It's just a little light bulb. Great for camping, great for working on the car. I keep one of these in the glove box of each car. It's great, just you hang it up from your hood when you're working on a car or tire or whatever. This will usually clip right onto it's usually strong enough to clip right onto the lip of the fender of the tire you're working on, so it just creates an overall light that you can use to light up anything. I like it. It's nice. They also have a solar powered one, so I can just leave it up on the dash and let it solar charge. Don't know how well that's going to work out. I believe it can also USB-C charge. This one is cheaper though. So this one here, you have your USB-C port for charging, and then of course your power button. And I'm impressed. Can this come out? Yes, it does. I don't think it's supposed to though. I think I heard glue give, but it does thread, so you can take it apart. But I don't think that was supposed to come out because that was glued in there. Probably for waterproofing. But I don't think they meant for that to come out. Too bad. I like taking things apart. No, it went back in fine. Yeah. So, yeah. That's an impressive little bulb. I don't know how long it runs. I don't care. It's a handy little bulb. It'll go for at least 20 or 30 minutes, which is as long as I needed to run it. So I'm fine with that. Otherwise, that's it for now. Let me know what you think. You want to see more of this kind of stuff? I'm going to post a whole bunch of this kind of stuff. It's going to be a lot of jewelry, a lot of clothing, and then sprinkled in gadgets. So, jewelry, fashion, tech, JFT. Let me know what you think. See you later.